Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day to all of you, wherever you are in the world. I am saying hello to the universe because today I have a very, very, very special guest. I've met her online, of course. We all do online this time. But anyway, um, she is very accomplished because she is an author. And not only that, she is also a publisher. And not only that, well, this I'm having commercial, right? I'm just having fun. But anyway, she is also a certified digital marketing professional. Wow. Combine all that. I know she's gonna make it big one day. So she also is a creator of digital mastery for authors. So if you are someone who wants to write a book or have been thinking, hey, you need to connect with her. And so without further much ado, I want to introduce to you today, Vanessa Collins. Hello, Vanessa. How are you today?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting me. And thank you so much for this conversation. I am so excited.
Yes, a pleasure, a pleasure. It's a pleasure to talk to women like me who are moms and entrepreneurs. So we call ourselves mompreneurs. And, we share the same vision. And the important thing is if we're able to help one mom who can take action and better her life, that's a great achievement. So, to continue with our amazing guest, I just want to ask you to kind of tell the world, who you are and tell a bit about yourself so the viewers will know you.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much for having me. My name is Vanessa Collins, and I am, as we've talked about, I am an author and a publisher and a digital marketing strategist and all of that good stuff. But I am also a mom. I am I guess I'm considered an empty nester because
Oh,
my 18-year-old is in college, but my
hey, me
29-year-old,
too.
yeah, but my 29-year-old is back home, and I am also caregiver for my 91-year-old mom, and
Wow.
been married for 31 years. So we have just kind of busy family stuff as well as business stuff. So for those of you who are moms, I just really want to encourage you to make sure that you are, going after your dreams
Yes.
as well as, we serve everybody. We make sure that everybody is okay. We make sure everybody's taken care of. And you have to do the same for you. And that doesn't just include, self-care and, a pedicure every now and then. You have to do those things that keep you inspired, that challenge you, that motivate you. And so this online space is just an amazing place if
Yes.
you are a mom and you want to share your message with the world, if you want to create income, because hey, let's face it, as a mom, we have, whether you are a single mom or married or whatever, there's still financial responsibilities that you have. And so the really cool thing about this space is that you are able to share your expertise. And I
Yes.
want to kind of use that word loosely because a lot of times we think, and we were speaking about this before the broadcast, that we think, oh, I'm just a mom. I don't have any expertise. I don't know how to do anything. But listen, you do more in a day
Yes.
than a lot of people do. If you are able to get, two or three kids up and out the house with lunches and homework and they have the right clothes on and the right shoes, you have done a lot, and you would be surprised that there are new moms out there that are looking for tips with meal prep, looking for tips with organization, things that you just do.
Mhm.
You just do it because,
Because
you've
you're a
been doing
mom.
it. Yeah, and you just do it now. There are people looking for that. So
Uh-huh.
I just want to encourage all of our mompreneurs to take the time to think about some of those things that people ask you about
Mhm.
and look at how you can monetize that message. And that is what I do.
Wow. Wow. That's already a bomb there. She's on fire. Yes, because that's very true. There's a lot of moms that, okay, how am I gonna better myself? Or, uh they you just told them like a gold mine right there. And nobody really a lot of people don't think about it, but there's gold in there. We just need to call you, Vanessa. Right? Right?
Exactly, exactly. Or really, you know what though? I think a lot of times we just need to have the space
Uh-huh.
to uh, think about those things that we can monetize. And of course, that's kind of my specialty. That's
Mhm.
my area. So you're going to hear the word monetize a lot. So if you get kind of, if the word money or monetize makes you uncomfortable, I apologize, but we are mompreneurs, part of
Uh-huh.
being an entrepreneur, right?
Right.
And that is part of our goal. But sometimes if you just take that time to just inventory the stuff that you do and listen to the problems around you. What are things what do people ask you about? What problems do you see? Because that's what entrepreneurs are. We're
Mhm.
problem solvers. And
Wow.
as moms, we see problems a mile off. That is how, that's how we manage. We are on Mondays, we are thinking about what could go wrong Friday and what do
Yeah.
I need to do Tuesday and Wednesday to prepare for Friday that either my husband hasn't thought about, my kids haven't thought about, you the whether you're involved in community activities, church, all of that other different leadership roles, all of those things that, they haven't really thought about, okay, what's going to happen here? We're already thinking about it.
Yeah. You
And
know that
so
saying that moms have eyes behind their
in the
head.
back of the head, absolutely, absolutely. And so just think about some of those things that could help other moms. As I'm thinking, of course, I deal a lot with, writing and publishing, and the technology that goes with that.
Mhm.
And so, of course, if you have technical skills, if you have skills from work, if you have been in corporate America for a number of years and now you're home,
Mhm.
those skills that you had in corporate America can be used now. I mean,
Right.
just think about it. Last year, well, 2 years ago, there was like this whole group, and when I say group, not necessarily a group of people, but just this whole kind of entity out there that thought that there were so many things that could not be done online. It had to be in person. So there were
Yeah.
jobs where a lot of times when moms were thinking about maternity leave or even trying to just come back part time, and they may have approached their boss about telecommuting and working from home, it was
Mhm.
like, oh no, that can't be done. That can't be done. We have to have people in the office. And then 2020 hit. And now 95% of the things that could only be done in person, people are figuring out how
Mhm.
to now do them online. And
Yes.
a lot of companies are, um, they're not all going back to that in-person space. And so as a mom, if you left corporate America, a couple of years ago to, be there with your kids, and now your kids are getting older and they're going back to school, and you're looking for a way to maybe bring in part-time income, there are a number of different things out there. I mean, there are companies that are now, looking for people that can do online virtual assistant type things. In the coaching space in our online world, virtual assistants are just making a killing. Just,
Mhm.
and that is something as a mom that you may be able to do 3 or 4 hours a day
Mhm.
while your kids are at school or while they're taking a nap or, things like that. So there's so many things. This is such an exciting time for
Yeah.
mompreneurs. At
Yeah.
least that's what I think.
Mhm. Yeah, and the thing is, like, I see a lot of moms that are very creative, you know,
Yeah.
uh, they can use that avenue to earn something with their
Yes,
creativity. And not only being able to earn something, you also enjoy what you're doing because you really have, I mean, I know we don't think about it because, oh, yeah, people are creative. Yes, people, yes, but if you know how to leverage that creativity into
yes,
something that would bring you something, these little something are great, you
yes.
know? So, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, take it from Vanessa. She's telling you everything. I'm listening and I was like, oh my gosh, those are really golden nuggets that everyone should hear because there's so much possibilities.
It is.
And
It is.
especially for moms who always try to help everyone, but then they put themselves behind. Like, oh yeah, I have to do this, but maybe I'll do it later because yeah, so and so needs this first.
Yes.
They always go
Yes.
first, but me, I'll do it later. I'll sleep later because I have to finish this. We do that a lot. So it's time for moms to rise up and thrive.
Absolutely. And think about it though, when mom rises up, everybody rises up.
Oh
It
yeah,
helps the whole family.
right.
So I think we have to maybe do a little mindset shift because sometimes we think, kind of a us versus them. Like if I'm going to do something for me, then I'm not doing something for other people, and then they're going to suffer. And
Yeah, that's
I've
a good
chosen,
point. That's a really
y-
good point.
I've chosen me over them, and but that's not the case.
Mhm.
When you choose you, you choose your family, you choose everybody that is connected to you, and
Right.
when you rise to your full potential, your children get to rise, They get to see you. That is probably, uh, I think
Yes.
that's probably one of the best things that
Mhm.
I can say, just from my experience of being an entrepreneur at home with my children watching, is that it has given them a sense of they can do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has uh, kind of taken away some of those negative money ideas. And if you have been in, if you've been in this space, if you've done anything with um, self development and all of that, for the most part, and it depends because everybody has a different experience, but for
Yes.
the most part, many of us grew up with a lot of bad mindset things when it comes to money.
Hmm.
And that's one of the biggest things that as an entrepreneur in the online space, you have to overcome, right? Because we think we have this very scarcity mentality
Hmm.
when it comes to money. And when you are in the online space, whether you're doing coaching and all of that, one of those first lessons is to get past that because you won't charge your worth if you have this negative mentality about money. If you think money is hard to come by and money don't grow on trees and all of that stuff we a lot of us grew up with, it's hard to then develop products and services and charge your worth.
Hmm.
And that's kind of generally a lot of us have grew up with that. But your children who see you operate in a different level, they won't necessarily have those restrictions because they will see that they don't have to um, they don't have to live under limitations. Now, do they need to be sensible with their money and all of that? Absolutely. But when they see you operating where you're not living paycheck to paycheck, where you are not under just such strain from financial issues, it frees them.
Right. Yeah. And to think that, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all see that when little kids, when they grow up, when they start, as little as they are, they actually have like unlimited ideas, and they have no fear. They can do, they want to do things without having to restrain themselves because they don't have that fear. And over time, as we grow older, we started to learn that, oh, okay, I can't do that because of this. And so
Exactly.
sometimes uh I would say that maybe sometimes we need to be like a child
Hmm.
once again, with
Yes,
responsibility, of course. I'm not saying that,
of
okay, just a
course.
child that
Yep.
you don't care, but you want to keep that child in you, because a child really is somebody who just, free, who is free to, okay, I want to do
Yeah.
this, I want to do that, and they have no fear. And so we need to be a child sometimes and just enjoy that freedom to do things, and take action and get better, be better from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That freedom to explore and discover without
Yes.
that, limitation. So yes,
Right.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So, Vanessa, anything that you wanna promote this time? A book perhaps coming up?
I would love, well,
I know you wrote. You said you wrote 6 books already.
I do. I do.
Wow.
So really it depends on kind of where you are in your journey. So if you are an author or if you're thinking about being an author, you want to check out Chief Executive Author. You can find that book on Amazon. You can also find it on the website, chiefexecutiveauthor.com. And that book is really good to help you not only give you tips in writing, publishing, and promoting your book, but also developing other products and services from your book. So we have that book. And then if you are new to business, if you are new to this whole online space, I recommend Digital Mastery for Women. That is a book that you can find on Amazon as well. We have a membership program that goes with that, just a whole ton of stuff. And you can look at digitalmasteryforwomen.com. And if you're not interested in any of that stuff, uh, I also have written a number of inspirational books. So I wear a lot of different hats, as most
That's good.
women do. But
Yes.
I am also an ordained minister, and my first books were all faith-based. So my initial book, my
Mm,
first baby, Intensive Faith Therapy, is one of my favorite books, and it is a workbook, kind of a study, a Bible study dealing with faith. And you can find that book on Amazon as well,
mm.
Intensive Faith Therapy.
Yeah. So, like, we can put that in the as we upload your video, we can put that information, add that information there so people can reach you. The other thing I want to ask you is, do you have like a specific person or group of people that you want to reach out to for what you can offer?
A particular group, like who my target audience is.
Yes.
Okay,
Well, I
so
know mom is first.
moms is first,
Yeah.
absolutely. The people who seem to gravitate to me, and I think um, the people who my message is kind of calls to are women over 50, like myself,
Mhm.
who are looking at what are some additional things they can do online as they are getting closer to retirement.
Mhm.
For many of us who started out, and I am 58, but
Mm,
for many of us who started out, early in our journey, we were always taught to get a good job, not
right.
necessarily start a business, but get a good job. And for a lot of people, we were right at that time where the job market was really changing. And before us, our parents were, they got a job, they stayed at that same job for 30, 35 years. They retired and, got a pension and social security. And that was it. uh, as a lot of people are hitting 50 and 55, they're looking at what retirement is going to look like, and they're thinking, oh my goodness, I got to
Yeah.
do something. Something
Yes.
has to happen. And so you see a lot of people over 50 trying to figure out, what does that look like? Do I try to get another job, a second job on top of, the responsibilities I already have? I've also had a lot of clients who, in this interesting time, even before the pandemic, found themselves out of a job
Hmm.
and trying to get a new job when you are 45 and 50, and 55 is, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
A lot of women find themselves, unfortunately, they find themselves divorced at this time. They hit that 50, 55, and uh, they are now find themselves single, and the financial stability that they were counting on isn't there. And so my message for, women over 50 is that you have a lot of skills, you have a lot of knowledge that you haven't tapped into that people will pay for. You just have to learn how to package it, you have to learn how to market, and you have to learn how to master this whole new terrain of online business and online marketing.
Yes. That's very true. I We are one of them. We're doing it. So can you, moms out there, join us. You can do so much. If you can do something in the house, you can take it online too. It's the same thing. And the fact that you have been, for example, you've been a mom for a long time, I'm pretty sure you have gained so much skills and put it to good use and just put it out there. If you need help, reach out. You can reach out to Vanessa, you can reach out to me. We are here for you to help you. So, did I lose Vanessa?
I'm here.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I got a little spooked with what happened to my other interview. So I for the last kind of like a bonus question to us is, because you're an author, what would be like um the first thing that someone who is thinking about writing a book, what would be the first thing that they should do?
The Okay, so I'm gonna give you a couple of first things they should do.
That's better. I only asked one, but you gave me two. I
Yeah,
like that.
okay. So the first thing to do is to kind of figure out, uh, for the story you want to tell, for the book that you want to write, what is the problem that that book solves? Who has that problem?
Mhm.
And then outline your book. Those three things are going to help you move forward. So many times I see aspiring authors start out on this path of writing, and it's like, oh, I want to write this story, I want to write this book, and I just started writing. And so they do all this writing, but then they don't know where it's going. They don't know what it does, what the purpose is. And
Mhm.
so starting out kind of figuring out where we're going with this book. It's like getting in a car with your GPS. If you know where you're going, if you can, if you have an idea of where you're going, that GPS can get you there. But if you just get in the car and start driving, just okay, I
Mhm.
think I'll turn left here, or I turned the wrong way, but maybe I'll turn left here, or maybe I'll turn right there. You're not going to get anywhere.
Uh-huh.
So you got to figure out, where is this book going? What do I want? What is my message? Am I a mom who has been through some traumatic things, and I want to share my story so that I can encourage other moms that they can overcome the traumatic things in their life? Once you know that's where I want to go, then I can start outlining. I've already identified who my audience is. I've already identified what it is I'm trying to do. Now I can start outlining that. And once you put a good outline together, you will be able to write it. You won't deal with any writer's block because you know where you're going.
Yes. Amen to that. Take it from someone who wrote 6 books. I mean, you know, that's an expertise already. I haven't even started my first book.
Well, let's get going. What are you waiting
Yes,
on?
yes, I did. I did. I started writing, outlining it, and
Good.
we'll see. But right now I have a big project helping a couple who wants to, just like this, a couple who really is passionate about helping the new uh, generation, teenagers, young adults to find their way. So I'm a bit busy creating a website for them and putting everything, the courses and all that. So, it's kind of like I'm excited. So I'm gonna
Oh, that's
finish this. And yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it's amazing. I was like, okay, I'm really passionate about this because I who would not? I mean, I know a lot of teenagers nowadays, they're like, okay, I'm going to school, but then what am I gonna do again? Like I don't know exactly what I want. And that's a very I would say a big problem because if they don't know where they want to go or what they want to do, then uh, they end up like lingering for a long
Yes.
time. And it's good to uh, help someone that's if someone if I can help someone. I'm a teacher by God's design. I would say
Hmm.
it's like a God-given gift to. So I end up being teaching. So anyway, so that's kind of close to my heart. So I'm just kind of sharing that. Okay, I really I want to get this done because it's very important. There's a lot of teenagers that don't really think about. As a mom, I care about teenagers because I'm a mom. I care about children, and so I'm very excited and working together with creating this website. So, but I am going to
Congratulations.
thank you. But I am going to do my book as well. I have already started, so I just put it a little bit behind because I want to get this done. But I'm gonna go back to it, and I will always remember you, Vanessa, for writing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it for now. I thank you for the opportunity to be one of my guests.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So that's it, and we will be back for more interviews, especially mompreneurs. But of course, we're open to any entrepreneur who wants to be promoted in the World Wide Web. All right. So see you next